Chapter 9: Operating Systems. Learning Objectives. After studying this chapter, you will be able to define the operating system and its features, commonly used operating systems, types of operating systems, desktop and commonly used icons on the desktop. Operating System. The operating system, OS, is your computer's most important system software. Once it is loaded in the RAM, it performs the following functions. 1. The operating system manages all computer hardware devices, including the main memory and other storage devices. 2. The operating system acts as an intermediary between the application software and the computer hardware. This means that users can use the hardware and other system software only through the operating system. 3. The operating system manages the application software and other system software in the computer. 4. Operating systems allow users to run programs and work with computers conveniently. 5. Every program running on the computer needs CPU, RAM, and storage. The operating system keeps a track of which user is using which resource and for how long. It ensures that every user gets an equal chance to use the computer's resources, like files, memory, and devices. 6. The operating system keeps track of the primary memory, that is, what part of it is in use by whom, what part is not in use, etc., and reserves memory when a program requests it. 7. The operating system allows users to create and manage their files. Users can arrange their files in folders and easily move, copy, delete, and rename those files and folders. 8. The operating system monitors the performance of the computer. It continuously checks how busy is the CPU, how fast is data being read from the hard drive, speed with which the internet is connected, and so many other things. History time. MDOS or MIDAS was Microsoft's first operating system. Commonly used operating system. Some commonly used operating systems are Microsoft Windows 10. It is a proprietary operating system created by Microsoft Company. 1. The first version, known as Windows 1.0, was released in 1985 by Microsoft. 2. Most widely used operating system in the world on PCs. 3. Written in C, C++, and assembly language. 4. It was the first graphical operating system shell introduced by Microsoft. 5. One of its features include ease of use, and that is why it is the most widely used OS. 6. Some built-in software includes Window Defender, Microsoft PowerShell, Command Prompt, etc. 7. Windows is also used as an operating system on smartphones. 8. Latest version of Windows family is Windows 10. Apple Mac OS. It is used only on Apple computers. It is a proprietary operating system created by Apple, only for its own devices. Mac OS is popular among its users because of features like Siri, which is a natural voice personal assistant, and FaceTime, which is Apple's video calling program. The latest version in the Mac OS family is High Sierra. No more. Chromium is an operating system by Google which is used with Chromebooks. Linux operating system. Unlike many other operating systems, Linux is not developed by a particular company. Rather, it was initially created by Finnish programmer Linus Torvalds in 1991. After that, computer programmers from all over the world contributed to its further development. Thus, Linux is an open source operating system and anybody can see and edit its source code set of instructions. No more. Linux is one of the most secure operating systems in the world and you don't even need an antivirus on it. Ubuntu Linux. It is an open source operating system that is based on the Linux operating system. Smart tip. Always keep your smartphones and PC's operating system updated. The update brings new features and adds to the security of your device. Types of operating systems. You now know that the operating system acts as an interface or intermediary between the user and the computer hardware. This means that the operating system provides an interface through which users can give commands to the computer. Therefore, based on the type of interface, operating systems can be classified into two groups. Command Line Interface (CLI) or Character User Interface (CUI). In this type of operating system, users type commands to give instructions to the computer. Graphical User Interface (GUI). Modern operating systems are all based on GUI. In this type of operating system, users interact with the operating system by giving commands using mouse. That is, to give commands or instructions to the computer. Users use mouse to click icons, buttons, and menus, or whatever that is being displayed on the screen. For example, to open the MS Paint program, you just double-click on its icon. To save a file, you just click on the File menu and then click on the Save command. Command Line Interface (CLI). Graphical User Interface (GUI). The user must learn all the commands to use the computer. The user does not need to learn any commands. The users must type full commands. Users can even use shortcuts. For example, to save a file, they can either click on menus or press Ctrl+S keys. Since the user has to learn a lot of commands, it is difficult to work with. Since users have to just click and not learn, it is very easy to work. Only people having good knowledge of computers can work with CLI. Even children and those who don't know much about computers can work with GUI. Only the keyboard is used as the input device. Mouse and other pointing devices are also used as input devices. Consumes less memory as there are no pictures, menus, and icons. Consumes more memory as there are a lot of colors, pictures, menus, and other items. Desktop. The desktop is the first screen that we see after the computer starts and is ready to be used by users. On the desktop, you see a number of icons. These icons are small pictures that, when double-clicked, open a particular file or a program. You also see the taskbar at the bottommost part of the desktop. It is the longest bar that has the most important button, which is the Start button, in the leftmost corner. When you click the Start button, a menu known as the Start menu appears on the screen. In Start menu, you see different programs stored on your computer. You can open or search any file or program using the Start button. Taskbar also has quick launch icons, which are used to open different programs in just one click. On the right side of the Start menu, there are pinned programs, also known as tiles. Some tiles that display current content like weather, calendar, mail, location, etc. are called live tiles. The notification area displays information such as the time and date, the status of the internet connection, the volume of speakers, the language being used, and notifications. 1. Volume, speakers or headphones. That looks like a loudspeaker, shows the computer's volume settings and the audio output device connected. You can even increase or decrease the volume by clicking on this icon. 2. Status of internet connection. If computer is connected to the internet, you will see, otherwise you will see a icon. 3. Windows Update Notification. Notify a user that there are Windows updates available for download and installation. 4. Show Desktop button. Present at the extreme right corner of the screen, minimizes all the programs to display the desktop when it is clicked. Commonly used icons on the desktop. This PC icon is used to see all files and folders in the computer. Microsoft Edge is a web browser that allows us to use the internet. You throw all unwanted things in a bin. Similarly, the unwanted files and folders that you delete from the computer are sent to the recycle bin. You store your pages in a folder. Folder helps us to organize your pages properly. All related pages are stored in one folder. Like you have a folder in which you keep all the test papers, another folder in which you keep the worksheets, so on and so forth. Similarly, in a computer, a folder is used to store related files together. No more. Icons with a small arrow at the bottom left corner are called shortcuts. Let's recall. The operating system OS is your computer's most important system software. You now know that the operating system acts as an interface or intermediary between the user and the computer hardware. This means that the operating system provides an interface through which users can give commands to the computer. The desktop is the first screen that you see after the computer starts and is ready to be used by users. On the desktop, you see a number of icons. These icons are small pictures that, when double-clicked, open a particular file or a program.